Thank you for staying with us, and we're here with Diane, who's the founder of Curves. In our previous segment with you, we're finding out the journey. How big is Curves now, globally?
Well, we are now over 10,000 franchisees, and we're in 60 countries, and we have over 4 million members.
Which is huge. Now, you're also the 9th largest franchise company
That's
globally,
right.
the 6th largest in the US, and in this we're including the McDonald's and the Hungry Jack's and all the fast food
That's right.
outlets. So, I mean, sitting here now, having this conversation with you, you must just pinch yourself sometimes. Seriously.
Well, when I have time.
You have time.
I don't have too much time to do that, but I get asked that question quite often, and I am amazed. I guess I'm just so involved in living my life that I forget how big we've grown. Because my husband and I are so hands-on. We're very active in our business. It's a private business. We've not gone public, and so just keeping busy really keeps my mind off of that.
Well, one of the things that I'm also impressed about is hearing what you're doing as a bit of an offshoot. For example, you were sharing with me about, some of these women have lost so much weight that they obviously have the folds of flesh. Can you share with us what Curves is now doing on that level?
Sure. Well, I'm so excited about what we're going to start this year. But right now, we have a young woman who, back in the United States, has had that problem. When you're overweight for so long, you can't tighten your skin up all the time. And because she was overweight most of her life, this is what happened to her. And she has this, she's lost all this weight, and yet she's thinking, I'd rather be fat because at least my skin folds were full. So anyway, long story short, we found there's an incredible doctor in California who is going to do this surgery for her. And he is going to take all those skin folds off of her, do an operation, and give her the body that she deserves. And I have to spare you all the details because it's a really long story, but someone was supposed to do that for her and it didn't happen, and so I've stepped up to the plate to do that. But more importantly than that is that it really opened my eyes that I get letters on a pretty regular basis from women who have the same situation. They're so proud of their accomplishment, and yet they have to wear these girdles and hide all their skin, and they're just like, they can't just run out and shout, I've done it, look at my new body, because of this problem. And so this year, I'm going to announce at our convention that I am going to launch a program where, for the lack of a better word, we're going to set up like a scholarship, where I'm going to put up a certain amount of money and hopefully try to do maybe 10 surgeries a year. And this doctor has agreed to participate with me, so we can give them, their new body. Totally.
That's amazing, because also it's not about, how do I word this? It's not about, the surgery is really a health aspect, isn't it? Because with those folds, all sorts of, diseases and...
Yeah, they actually can get, because it gets really moist under there, it can get infected, and it actually starts to bleed, and it's just not very, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, so it's not even about the cosmetic side, it's the health side as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because although they do want their body back,
sure,
and to be screaming and shouting about their success, it is a horrible health problem that people don't realize. It's a horrible thing to have to live with, and it's very painful.
Yeah. Now, I was also impressed too. I mean, I've been impressed about a lot of things with Curves, as I've said with you, because it just, it resonates for me. You're also, some of the countries that you're in, Japan, and you're going into, is it Pakistan? Which is the one you're going into?
No.
Iraq or somewhere? You're talking about?
We're in some Middle East countries already.
Yeah.
We're trying to go into Dubai.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it was Dubai. We're actually ready to go into there. We're just trying to figure out the real estate because it's quite pricey.
Yeah. And you're also thinking China?
We are. My husband's actually going to be here in a few days and see what kind of opportunities we have. But I think I've met some pretty important people on this trip, and I think that they're going to help me make it happen.
We've said a lot, haven't we, with all of us on this trip? This is greater than any of us probably know, all these contacts that we're all making. And it really is developing a global team, I think, just to take this sort of information out there. What's your little slogan?
Oh, our mission statement.
Yeah.
Our mission statement is strengthening women.
Yeah. How simple.
I know.
And it's on so many levels. Do you want to talk on some more on all those levels?
Yeah. Well, our objective is to strengthen women from the mind, body, and soul. And we want to give them a strong body because we know that they need to have that in order to take care of everybody else. We're such caring people, aren't we? We always we take care of everybody. And they just need to be strengthened in their mind. They need to be built up and encouraged. They need to feel that they're important, and because they're so involved in affecting so many other people's lives. So I think Curves is able to do that. And then, we all have a spiritual side of us that needs to be nourished. And I believe that we have our own little connection at Curves that really does a good job with that. We many a times people are praying for each other. Just as a matter of fact, on this walk, I've been bombarded with emails. Hey, I forgot to send in my name, which we can probably explain later. But would you pray for Aunt Sissy and Mom and Dad and Uncle Bob and while you're on the wall? And so it's just been a miraculous thing, this faith thing. People are just embracing it, and just it's been very powerful.